There you go. Hello, beautiful souls. How are
Hello,
you?
beautiful souls.
So this is a pre-recording, because there is a huge time difference of where we are right now. But
Yes.
this is a topic that I don't think that we should miss, and it is the voices in your head isn't always right. Um, so I was talking to Sandy about this of how, due to the exposure that we had as a children, or the people that we surround ourselves with, or events that happens in in our life, that creates the voices that are constantly going on in our head. And I'm not like talking about schizophrenia or anything. I'm talking about like the way that we communicate with
Mhm.
ourselves or talk to ourselves. So if you're surrounded by people that never believe that you're good enough or never believe that you can do anything right, that voice automatically gets attached to yourself. And when you try to do something, it's like, I can't do it. Or it becomes the identity. Because if you remember last 2 weeks, we spoke about how the way that we communicate with ourselves, it becomes the identity that now we're going out there in the world and having. So the
Okay.
voices, on where did it originate in? So, Santa, do you have anything about it?
Yes, I do. I do. Hey, Denise. Yes, we are far apart in the world. I'm in another country. So thank you for, putting up with that and trying to do this recording. And yeah, so I totally hear what you're saying. Been through it. I'm sure a lot of our viewers have been through it, where people are saying what you should not be hearing to begin with, right? And it becomes your belief system, which then takes, it's almost like a domino effect, you may, where they say, "Oh, you're not good enough," but we can actually put a stop to that and talk to ourselves. Just because somebody's telling that we're not good enough, what do we decide for ourselves in our head is what is important. I mean, from where I came from, I did not know any better when I was a little kid. And I'm sure a lot of people agree with it. You agree too. We don't know. We're just told this way, right? And it also could be cultural, right?
Yeah.
And but I think people should stop hurting themselves and stop judging themselves when though others are judging them, right? So like again, I can bring that Chinese proverb, my favorite one, that the thoughts and words come and go, don't serve a tea. Take it with a pinch of salt. And okay, so just because somebody said I'm not good enough, am I really not good enough? Or is it something that they're trying to tell me? And I should kind of reevaluate myself in my head. Who am I? Question that. Just because somebody's saying you're not this or you're this doesn't make me who I am. That's not. I am the soul that I am. I am an individual person that I am. And that should not affect me. It takes a lot of maturity, a lot of thinking, a lot of growing within self to understand that. Okay.
It does take a lot of
And
maturity. Um, but also, like, the way that I view it at times is, when you don't know something, especially us humans, when we don't know something, either we're scared of it, we avoid it, or we we fear it, which is the same thing as
Mhm.
being scared. But it is something that we don't pay attention to. So if we're constantly, since as a child, we're constantly being put in a place where this is what you're told, this is what you are, then having a relationship with yourself and learning who you are and exploring who you are might seem like the most scariest thing, because it's like, I don't know, like, everything that's in my head is a negative thing. Everything that I am is negative. So
Right?
why do I want to be with myself? Why would I, like, I'm not
Yeah.
enough. But that's everybody else's voices. That's not yours. So
Yeah.
imagine if you're able to explore who you are and explore, just like be curious, like how you are when you meet someone new and be like, oh, I want to be your friend.
So there is it is possible to break that chain.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is possible to break that link and say that I am good enough no matter what people say. I am who I am. I am that I am no matter what people say. So please, it's so important to believe that. Change the belief system. Change it. We can change it. We created it in our head and we can completely erase that thought and recreate a new thought. In our pranic healing, we say that, these are thought forms that we can disintegrate and create a new thought form. That's what Master Ko says. Master Stephen Ko says, always he says, disintegrate and create a new thought form. Right. So these are noises in our head that we can completely give it a fine tune, erase the noise and give it a fine tune, a beautiful music. I would say that's what comes to my head when I'm thinking about these chaos that people told me. I'm not good enough, or I don't know anything, or things like that. Then it's not just when I say I am talking about everybody in general as a human being. Um, we can always think all these noises, erase those noises, and try to mold those noises into a fine, beautiful music. Convert it, change it. We can change it. These are thought forms. One thing also I started believing is what from our healing, from our pranic healing, is Master Kosa used to say, don't say I am angry. I am nothing. I'm good for nothing. I feel angry. I feel like I'm not good enough. When you use the word inject the word feel, then you are disconnecting from that emotion. You can detach it completely. Otherwise you become that identity like you were talking about. I am not good enough as an identity. Now I'm identifying I am Sandy and this is who I am. I'm not good enough. I am Sandy. I feel that I'm not good enough. The feeling can be changed to know I am good enough. So putting that word feel makes a huge world of difference from what we believe.
Yeah. And just in case anybody's like, but why? Like, it makes no sense of just like putting that word, is because now you're leaving it open ended. There can be a solution to it rather than just something of this is it written in stone. I am just a loser.
Exactly.
This is
And yeah,
not the
I
same.
don't
Like, I feel like
like
a loser.
yourself. Exactly, exactly. Add the word feel and see how things change. Like just the other day, I was feeling a little upset about something, and it was just the jet lag. I've been traveling and all that. I was not myself. Then I said, you know what? I don't want to do this. I'm like, oh, I want to lie down. I'm like, no, I feel like I don't want to do this. You won't believe. Within few seconds, I'm like, I'm just feeling that way, but I can change it. And then I
Hmm.
got up and I started doing my work, and it was a whole world of difference. If I said I don't want to do anything, I would have been in bed all day. You see, it's a very powerful word actually. I didn't realize that until I joined the healing. I did not knew any of this. This is something very new concept to me, and I'm embracing it. And I wish people give it a try. Just give it a try.
I was talking to somebody, um, somewhere around this week. I don't remember what it was, but they were highly upset. They were super upset, and they were just like, "I don't want to be here. I'm not happy here." And they just kept talking and talking and talking. I'm like, "What is it that you're doing right now?" They're like, "I'm cooking." I'm like, "Okay, that's one of the things that you kind of like doing. So how about we choose? You're not really happy with the situation that you're in right now. I get it. But guess what? You can choose to make that place better. What can we do to make that place better? Oh, I don't know. Blah, blah. Okay. Okay. We know we love music. So while you're cooking, why can't we put I do that all the time. Okay. But how about we do it today? And while we're doing it today, we start singing, we start dancing while we're cooking. And the shift happened that by the end of the night, they're like, oh, I feel so much better. And I'm like, hey, and you're still in the same place. because at the end
Yeah.
we can choose of what what is it that those thought process, like literally,
Mhm.
by telling ourselves this is what we are, we're choosing the level of energy that we're going to put out there. So if you're saying
Mhm.
I am not enough, you're putting yourself in a low energy, and anything that is going to be outputted, it is at a low level. But
Yeah,
if you're
it's going to
saying,
end it. Yeah,
yeah,
right?
yeah, the effort that you're gonna put is gonna be low if you think about it.
Absolutely.
But if you start putting yourself on, like, I feel exhausted, even people like want to exercise and want to lose weight and all this kind of stuff, when you're saying like I am tired, then your body's like, oh, you're tired, let's shut you down and go to sleep. You're not gonna put out there even though you know you need to go to the gym.
Exactly. You have a point there. When you said, I am tired, you just said that, right? And your body said, body shuts down. But if you say, I feel tired, your body said, you're feeling this way. Don't worry about it. Let's change the feeling.
Yeah.
You can do this. And then the shift happens. You see how that word adds such a dynamic effect on you? I am tired, but I feel tired. It's a huge difference. And also, one more thing, I think all these thought forms that we are creating, it's not ours. It's not ours, right? It's like you won't be, I'm sure nobody wakes up in the morning and 6 a.m. like, oh my God, it's 6 a.m. and I am going to be very angry at this minute at 6:30 a.m. Or I'm going to be exactly tired by 6:15, 6:30 a.m. I'm going to be so tired that I'm going to go to bed, right? It's like this. It reminds me of this universal joke like, I'm not coming to work next week because I'm going to have 105 fever on this day.
I've met people like that.
Right? I'm going to be falling very sick on on this date, and so I'm not coming, and I'm just letting you know. Nobody, that's not how life works. Like, so you see where this is coming. These are all these parasites that gets in our head, constantly telling us, I'm not good enough, I'm not this. But these are the thought forms that we did not create. Or even if we create it, we can completely change it. We have the power. When we have the power to create it, why can't we have the power to create something positive?
Yeah.
Right? And whatever people say, I know the spleen chakra is like, ooh, it's rotating. That's where all the external stuff come from, In our pranic healing thing, we say the spleen chakra is a gateway of port of entry. That's where people start reacting you with things and telling you things.
Okay.
But we have full control over it. We can stop it because this is our body, mind, and soul. We do not need to be a slave to somebody's thought forms. We do not need to be slave of our own thought forms. Let it flow positively. Yes, pain happens. Suffering is a choice. I say that every single time that we speak, pain happens. And you were saying, we choose not to suffer because well, people will say, okay, Denise, you know what? This is who you are. And oh my God. And then they just leave. And oh my God could mean so many things. That's it. Your brain goes from 0 to 100. What is, oh my God, am I this? Am I that? Am I that? That person has said that and he's just going, he or she's watching a movie, gone for a movie and having a nice dinner and all that. And we're suffering here.
Hmm.
The rest of our life thinking, should I beat them up? Should I call them on the phone? Should I talk to them? What did they say? Why did they say that? You see these thought forms? This reminds me of my son when he was little, when he was like 2 year old. He didn't know how to talk. He would climb the stairs and he'd just stand there, Daddy, are you? And he'd just stop.
Oh,
Mom,
okay.
are you? Are you what? Are you coming? Are you going? Are you going to feed me? Are you going to? And then he would get so mad that we're not responding because we're all like in our head, we're already having 1,000 questions in our head. What is this? Are you? And they say, the voice always, are you? Are you? And we're like, what is this? The thought forms go race like 100 miles an hour, right? So that's how even adults are. They just say things but they don't mean anything. And for them, it is just more like, okay, I just want to just have some voice and words coming out of my mouth. But for us, it means a lot. It converts that words and simple words and voices converts into a huge emotion inside us. We take it, we make a big factory out of it, make a full production assembly line of, oh my God, what did they say? And this assembly line goes on. What did they say? Am I going to be like this forever? And this is who I am. And since childhood, this is what I've been. And oh my God, and God, I'm dead. So
So like I love it that you're putting out there, because I know that like I have been there where I send a text message to somebody and they don't reply back. Like they open it, they read it, and they don't reply back, and I'm like, oh my God, they're mad at me because I said blah 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 blah, and it is automatically like I just wanted to set boundaries. I just wanted to do something, and then I just want to write back and be like, listen, just forget about it. We're still friends. It's okay, right? But what I really like, what I come to realize is that these are muscles that we're constantly using. So if we're using that muscle of, negative thinking, those thoughts taking over, intrusive thoughts taking over, and you don't really train your brain on how to flip it on the other side, that muscle will always win because it's the easiest. It is the
it's
easiest
a
for you to,
yeah, it's an easy entry. Yeah.
yeah. So your brain takes the least amount of energy to do it. So it's like, oh, we're just gonna go with the comfort zone. We're gonna go with what's normal. We're gonna go with the least resistance as possible. But if you build the muscle of, by having a relationship with yourself, building the muscle of like, hey, these are intrusive thoughts. These are negative thoughts. How do we flip them? Is it truly reality? How do we flip it? Now you start building that muscle where when somebody speaks, you're not automatically going on the what happened? Oh my God,
Yeah.
what are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Yeah. Parking ticket. We're not
You're
validating.
not a valid, yeah, you're valid.
Yeah, I really like that because we need to, as human beings, we have so many things to worry about. Our progress. How do we progress? What is our next step? Where are we taking our life next? Positive, positive, positive way forward is what I learned from Tony Robbins. I learned from Master Co. I learned from Bob Proctor, Louis, anybody you can name. They're always, did they have problems? Oh my gosh, right? Did they have worries? Did they have
Yeah.
these? All try to see, always look up to people. Show me five people and I'll tell you who you are, right? But always, I would say that's what I have learned to become this way is thanks to all these great people that I'm surrounded with, right? And actually, in fact, to be honest, uh, these are the people that for a couple of years now, or for a while now, put me into this thought process of speaking out to the world, giving my voice out, right? And that's why this happened. It's all universally happened, right? And then you came into my life and to just bam, everything happened, right? Yes, big heart to you. You came into my life, and I would always say that every podcast, I would say that. And this happened, right? And so many beautiful people I'm meeting now, wonderful people I'm meeting along the way. So please, I'm talking to the world that there is hope there. To not be stuck in that rut of listening to the negative voices, negative thoughts, and emotions that people try to they'll put on you or force on you. Be your own judge. Take action. Take massive action. I am not going to feel this way anymore, no matter what people say. We can do it when we are allowing people to say things to us. Can we, how easy or not even easy, I would say it is as simple as not allowing people to say things to us, right? Each person is an individual. Each person within our body, we have so many different systems and functions. They're not looking the same, right? The right arm functions different from the left arm, right?
True.
So nobody is the same. Nobody is the same. right? So definitely, definitely do not, I would say, do not clap hands with others, clap hands with yourself, is what I would say, right?
That's
Save
an
your
interesting
energy,
concept.
protect your energy. Protect your energy. Yes, yes. Clap yourself. Nowadays, I'm seeing people, you know what they're doing? They're touching their own feet and they're like, oh God, you are the best. They're falling on their own feet. I've seen people do that on Instagram. I thought that is hilarious. I thought that was really funny. But there's a deep meaning to that. But they're all like, oh my God, you are the best. I love you. So, yeah. In fact, I heard one person say this, actually true. They asked him, "You are so successful. Why are you not getting married? You have so much money. You're so successful. You are like very famous and all of that. And why not?" He's like, "Mm, why should I get married? I love me. I cannot take care of anybody else. And I don't want to have kids. And I'm sure I know that I cannot take care of anybody else like the way I take care of me. I
Mhm.
love myself. So why bring some other person in my life and torture that person? So I'm just not getting married. I'm single, I'm happy, and I'm doing all the spiritual work. I'm giving to the world of whatever I'm earning, and I'm just happy being single. Yeah, that takes a lot of confidence.
Like
to,
it takes a lot of confidence, but then it will make me. It makes me question a lot of like. Also, what is it that
no,
you're
yeah,
like? It
that's
automatically
a whole different
like
topic. Yeah, that's a whole different topic. Like
I
what
didn't talk about
that
it.
is the yeah, that's see, we can see that glass half full, half empty, right?
Yeah,
Right. But with this topic, I think taking care of yourself and listening to your voice and yourself, I think it fits very
it
appropriate.
it fits very proper. It's more of learning to love yourself so that way you're putting boundaries that
Yeah.
benefits your growth, benefits your health, and benefits the life that you are able to live.
Yeah, absolutely. See, in my case, I like being surrounded with people, but still, I know my boundaries, I know my limitations now. That's why we have these experiences that we went through. We're talking about this. It's not like we're some saint or some fallen straight from heaven or something that we know everything. We went through. I went through the beaten path many times. I'm sure you did too. And we're able to talk about it freely because we come from that experience,
Yeah,
right? So, but now I understand that I've understood thanks to a lot of these great people and also listening to myself. Meditation, a lot of meditation, a lot of self realization. I've come to that thanks to pranic healing. I've come to that place where, okay, Stanley, you are the soul. Okay, you are a unique soul that only you can understand. A lot of people may try to come and give me suggestions and thoughts, and you should be this way, you should be that way, and this is who you should become, and this is what you should be, what you're good. Even positive, you're a leader. Yes, but I need to decide that. My heart needs to say that because just because they say a leader, I cannot go and rule the world, right? But I need to know leader of what. Maybe I can handle two, three projects. I don't know. Maybe one project, not the world. But leader is a very big term. So only my inner self will tell me, yes, you are a leader, but within this boundary. Beyond that, you have to grow. So I have to know, and now I feel I'm at a point where I understand that. I really do. And that takes a lot of experiences in life and a lot of listening and learning listening to yourself and also learning from the great ones.
yeah. So since we're doing the highlights now, what I want what I want to be taken out of this, my desire, but the highlight of everything that we're saying is that there's seasons in life where you're going
Mhm.
to experience certain things that can then be used for later on. But you don't have to stay in that season. What you could do is just learn from it, grow from it, but always stay true to yourself. And even like how
Mhm.
Sandy brought up the whole meditation, some people don't know what meditating is. It's like, oh, let me just like put this person that will like just talk to me, and then I'll sit there and be like, why is it my mind not? Why is my mind racing? Why is the thing? I'm supposed to be calm. Where's the void? Where's this? And it's like that's not what meditation is. Meditation is just being present with yourself. That's what it is. Being present to realize everything that's going within yourself, whether it's the voices in your head, the intrusive thoughts, the way that you're breathing, the thoughts that are coming in and out. It's just being there and just watching it, just like you're watching a movie. It's like you're watching your internal self. That is what meditation boils down to. So it's more of how do you have a relationship with yourself. Meditation can be cutting vegetables, it can be anything that we desire, dancing, making music, but learning something that lets you be you and be present. Be authentically you,
Absolutely.
learning who you are. So just because of the seasons that happen, every season there's something that happens. But at the end, how do you come out to be who you are from all that experience?
I agree, 1 million%. And meditation is, people always have a misconception that, like you said, I have to sit and listen to a voice. I have to stare at a candle. I have to shut down all my thoughts. And that's not going to happen. And I'm not meditating, and they give up. Meditation simply means being in a deep state of awareness. You are actually aware of your breathing. You're aware of your surroundings. You're aware of, connecting with who you want to connect. At the same time, you're still sitting still, but you're still aware. Let the thoughts come and go. It's okay to let the thoughts come and go. Otherwise, it becomes a forceful meditation. But eventually, as you start focusing on the breathing and you're being aware of being awake and aware, those thoughts go away. And then you start regulating your breathing. And then you start regulating your meditation. But that is only one form,
Mm-hmm.
like you said. And I always believe my form of meditation is, of course, I do my twin heart meditation. But apart from that, my meditation is I drive by and, hey, did you eat lunch today? No, here, I'm going to go buy lunch. Stay where you are. I'll be back. That's my meditation. When I hand over that food to that homeless person, I look at them and they say, bless you, sweetheart. And I'm like, okay, that's my meditation. I've done a meditation for today. I've meditated. Or cutting vegetables, dancing for your own music. Put music and dance. Nobody needs to hear that but you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's everything. Basically, it is being aware. That's what my highlight would be. Stay aware of and understand who you are. Go in within yourself rather than without, and starting listening to external voices, and let that get to you, because it's very, very difficult. Once it goes into your body, it's very difficult to detach that. It is possible, but it takes a while. So before it hits you, put that shield. Before it hits you, shield yourself and say that, hey, I am very protected in my environment and I can take care of myself. I don't need people to validate me. I don't need others to tell me how I should live. And it's not being rude, it's more like you are just being aware of who it it'll save a lot of pain. That's what I realized, and that's what I'm following. It'll save a lot of pain, because 24 hours, 20 hours, you're thinking, wait, what is that? Oh my God, what does oh my God mean? What is that? What did they say? Or like you said, two check marks. They saw. I was like that. Oh no, I would literally take the phone sometimes to type and then take it off.
Erase
Why
and
are they
try
not
to erase in time.
why are not? Yeah, no, no, no. Yeah, we've been through all that. Been through all the fun days. Those were some fun days,
Those
right?
fun times.
Yeah. But this is more happier days, peaceful days. Those were fun days, but it was very stressful.
Yeah,
Right? It was very stressful because we're always expecting somebody to connect with us when we're not even connected with ourselves.
with ourselves. I think that should be next week's topics. How do we
Yes,
have good relationship? We don't have a good relationship with ourselves.
you know, we need to have a relationship with ourselves. Take ourselves on a date.
Ooh, that's a good one. Ooh, and then we could talk about like self care and selfishness and all right. So thank you for joining
Next,
us this
thank
week.
you for joining us, beautiful souls. We will see you. Please comment, like, chat, share. I don't know how they say that. People say that so quickly. I don't know how they say that. What is that? Share, like,
We
comment.
we will learn how to say it. But yeah, just if you have any questions or anything like that, please share, comments, and we would like to do a Q&A soon. So I'm looking forward to actually answering some questions. But thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week on how to have a relationship with yourself. Bye,
And see you on
everybody.
Purpose Lane.
See you on purpose.
Bye.